Harley's rolling into 2025 with torque-heavy cruisers, street-focused ADV machines, and all-electric surprises. From 4,800 city bikes to high-performance baggers, the next wave is loud, fast, and unexpected. Here are 10 upcoming Harley-Davidson motorcycles. Number 1. 2025 Harley-Davidson Lowrider S and ST. The 2025 Lowrider S and ST are a loud, fast reminder that performance still lives in the cruiser world. These two bikes are leading the Softail line's charge into aggressive territory, and the specs back it up. Both come packed with the Milwaukee 8 117V twin. But this isn't your typical lazy cruiser torque. We're talking 114 horsepower and a hard-hitting 128 pound-feet of torque that really kicks at around 3,000 RPM. Harley even said they tuned a mid-range torque rise to feel like a race bike. They weren't kidding. In sport mode, this engine gets mean. If you like your V-twin spicy, you'll feel right at home. The chassis is doing real work now. We've got a steep 28-degree rake with 5.7 inches of trail and a tight 63.6-inch wheelbase. It feels nimble, especially with the cartridge-style 43mm inverted fork up front, offering 5 inches of refined travel. You feel everything the road's saying, and for once, it's not all complaints. Add in dual front disc brakes, and you've got stopping power that actually matches the go. Now, if you're wondering how these two differ, here's where it gets interesting. The S weighs in at 670 pounds, second lightest in the cruiser category. But the ST, with its iconic FXRT-style fairing and 28-liter hard cases, tacks on another 42 pounds, making it the second heaviest. It's a trade-off between raw nimbleness and touring utility. The ST wins on style, too, especially in that iron horse metallic with the $1,100 black trim upgrade. Yeah, it's a premium look, and it's priced like one, topping out at $24,199. The S holds the line at $20,499. Number 2. Livewire KYMCO Electric Maxi Scooters. We need to back up for a second. Harley's electric sub-brand, Livewire, just teamed up with Taiwan's KYMCO. Together, they're building electric maxi scooters and aiming straight at the urban commuter market. These aren't the slow, whisper-quiet scooters you're used to dodging in the bike lane. These machines will drop in 2026, and they're bringing the heat. Powered by the S2 Aero platform, the same one found in the Livewire S2 Del Mar. These scooters drop a wild 84 horsepower and 194 pound-feet of torque. Let that sink in. Most gas-powered scooters are happy with half of that. Harley and KYMCO said, "What if we didn't hold back?" The result? A 0 to 60 time in 3 seconds and a top speed of 101 miles per hour. Yep, that's scooter territory we've never seen before. The range? About 86 miles on a single charge, which covers most urban rides. And if you're rushing, Level 2 charging gets you from 20% to 80% in under 80 minutes. These are scooters for people who hate scooters. Fast, aggressive, and just rebellious enough to fit into Harley's electric vision. Now about the looks. One version is all road-focused, sharp angles, and that futuristic Akira vibe. The other one? Rugged tires, luggage racks, ready for a little light adventuring. Both models ditch traditional Harley colors, going pastel blue and beige. That's no accident. These bikes are hunting younger, city-based riders, not the classic Harley crowd. This isn't just about scooters. It's about breaking into Asia, Europe, and everywhere KYMCO already rules. Harley knew what it was doing when it spun off Livewire, and this move could be the electric key to a new global chapter. Number 3. Harley-Davidson EDT 600R. Now let's pivot to something more mysterious. The Harley-Davidson EDT 600R. There's no confirmed launch yet, but it's heating up fast in the rumor mill, especially in India. Leaks are pointing toward a price tag of 6 lakh rupees and a close resemblance to the Livewire S2 Del Mar, which suggests this could be another electric option using the S2 Aero platform. So what does that mean? Think fast electric muscle in a mid-weight package. possibly around 84 horsepower and the same wild torque numbers Livewire's becoming known for. Since this one seems aimed at the Indian market, it could drop with adjusted specs, possibly a smaller battery or limited top-end performance to meet local regulations and price expectations. No exact details yet on brakes, suspension, or features. Just that it's likely a stripped-down electric roadster built to be the most affordable entry into Harley's electric family. If the launch happens this year, which looks likely, it could shake up the entire entry-level EV segment in Asia. Stay tuned because this sleeper could arrive quietly and make a lot of noise. Number 4. 2025 Harley-Davidson CVO Road Glide ST. Let's talk about the 2025 CVO Road Glide ST. This is a racetrack-inspired beast dressed up like a bagger. If the lowrider ST is wild, this thing's a monster in a tux. Under the hood, or fairing, we've got Harley's most powerful factory engine ever, the Milwaukee 8 121 high output. It pushes 95 kilowatts at 4,900 revolutions per minute and throws down 197 newton-meters of torque. With a red line bumped up to 5,900 RPM and a heavy breather intake, it breathes like it's gasping for glory. But the fun doesn't stop there. Showa suspension all around. Fully adjustable 1.8-inch inverted forks in the front with 117 millimeters of travel and dual outboard remote reservoir shocks in the back. Lightweight forged carbon fiber front fender? Yep. Titanium mufflers? Absolutely. This thing's dripping with weight-saving tech and tuned for track days. And if you're worried about comfort on a bike this aggressive, don't. That solo seat's got a deep back, locking you in for launches and hard lean-ins. Mini floorboards give you control without killing your clearance. The ride modes? You've got 8. 2 of them, Track and Track Plus, are built strictly for the brave. Cornering ABS, traction control, drag slip control, and a whole suite of safety features keep things in check when physics tries to argue. Then there's the 312mm TFT touchscreen. Yeah, that's a 12.3-inch display. Running Skyline OS with live navigation, traffic overlays, and Rockford Fosgate Stage 2 audio. Basically, this bike is a rolling concert with GPS. The price? Not announced yet. But with all this hardware, you won't find it sitting in the bargain aisle. It's a collector's piece made for speed freaks who won't compromise on style or tech. Number 5. Harley-Davidson HD 400. The Harley-Davidson HD 400 is the result of Harley's joint venture with Hero MotoCorp in India, and it's expected to hit the market around August 2025. This isn't about luxury or power. This is about reach. Priced between 2.5 lakh rupees and 3 lakh rupees, the HD 400 is Harley's most affordable upcoming model, aiming squarely at first-time buyers and city riders. Its neo-retro design draws from the XR1200's playbook, while bringing in modern updates like a fully digital TFT cluster, upside-down forks, disc brakes on both ends, and either 17 or 18-inch alloy wheels. We don't have official power figures yet, but leaks point to a 400cc single-cylinder engine, possibly around 35 to 40 horsepower. That puts it up against the KTM Duke 390, Royal Enfield Hunter 350, and Honda CB 350 RS. Tough competition, but with Harley's name and Hero's manufacturing, it could carve its own niche. What sets it apart? Maybe the fact that it's locally assembled, which helps Harley break into a market it's long struggled to capture. For buyers in India who thought Harley was out of reach, this might be the most accessible way in. Number 6. Harley-Davidson Street 500. The Street 500 is expected to launch in May 2025, and it's already grabbing attention with its $4,800 price tag. Yeah, it's a Harley for under $5,000. Not something you hear every day. Now let me explain this little rebel. It's powered by a 494 cubic centimeter Revolution X V-twin engine. This liquid-cooled unit puts out 33.53 brake horsepower and 46 newton-meters of torque at 6,000 revolutions per minute. Not bad for a lightweight cruiser made to weave through traffic, cruise city streets, and still hold its own on highways. It maxes out around 160 kilometers per hour, and with a mileage of 28 kilometers per liter, it's not going to drain your wallet every time you twist the throttle. Fuel tank holds 13 liters, which gives it just enough range for a few days of commuting or one long weekend ride without constantly watching the gauge. Speaking of which, yes, there's a digital speedometer, and yes, it has kick and electric start. No drama when it's go time. Now about the ride. Tubeless tires and disc brakes give it decent stopping power. Suspension is tuned more for comfort than precision, but considering the Street 500 isn't trying to be a track machine, that's fair. This is more about slicing through traffic and style. And with its compact form, even new riders won't feel overwhelmed. It's also expected to come with a 2-piston caliper brake system, adding a little bite when you need to slow it down fast. If Harley plays its cards right with this one, it could become a go-to bike for India's growing base of young urban riders, the ones looking for a little street cred with their daily commute. Number 7. 2025 Harley-Davidson Pan America 1250 ST. We need to back up to January 2025, not that long ago, when Harley dropped a big list of what's coming this year. Among the surprises was the Pan America 1250 ST. Yes, Harley's adventure lineup just got a street-focused beast, and it's packing serious heat. The new Pan America 1250 ST is confirmed and coming soon. It's running the same Revolution Max 1250 engine found in the Special, pushing 149 horsepower. 1 horse less than the Special, but let's be honest, you're not going to notice when you're hammering down the road. What you will notice is how the ST shifts its focus. Instead of off-road grit, this one leans towards street supremacy. Think BMW S1000XR vibes or Ducati Multistrada Vive 4RS aggression. Expect a more sport touring setup, likely with a 17-inch front wheel, tighter suspension tuning, and geometry that favors twisty pavement over rocky trails. Harley didn't give us all the specs yet, but it's clear this isn't just a Pan America with a paint job. It's a machine built to chase apexes, not dirt. Number 8. 2025 Harley-Davidson Heritage Classic. Let's talk about that classic Harley cruiser that still knows how to throw its weight around. Literally, the 2025 Heritage Classic is here, and at 728 pounds, it's the heaviest of the bunch. But don't let that number fool you. This thing floats down the road like a yacht with V-twin thunder. It's running the Milwaukee 8117, pushing out 98 horsepower and 120 pound-feet of torque at just 2,500 RPM. Twist the throttle in sport mode, kill the traction control, and you'll get rolling burnouts without breaking a sweat. Harley really tuned this bike for long, chill rides. The 49mm dual-bending valve fork up front gives you 5.1 inches of plush travel. The hidden rear monoshock adds 4.4 inches out back. That combo creates one of the smoothest rides in the lineup. You glide over bumps. You lean in like the bike's reading your mind. And with a wheelbase of 64.2 inches, it feels stable, calm, and confident. Yes, it's got a tank-mounted speedo that makes you look down too far, and yes, those floorboards will scrape fast in corners. But this bike isn't pretending to be a sport bike. It's here to cruise, and it does that better than most. There's 42.5 liters of lockable storage, a big ol' windscreen, and a seat that could double as your couch. Starting at $22,999 in billiard gray, it ain't cheap. But with premium paint upgrades like Whiskey Fire/Vivid Black and optional laced wheels, you can make it your own. This one's all about comfort, chrome, and cruising like you've got nowhere to be, and loving every second of it. Number 9. 2025 Harley-Davidson Fat Boy. Here's the thing. The 2025 Fat Boy doesn't scream for attention. It rumbles in, takes up space, and owns the room without saying a word. Harley gave it fresh paint, A redesigned tank medallion, and those iconic Lakester wheels still wrapped in fat tires. Front and back. But let's get to the good stuff. It runs on the Milwaukee 8 117 custom engine. That means serious power with a new high-flow 2x2 exhaust that pumps out a proper V-twin rumble. You can cruise slow or hammer hard. The Fat Boy doesn't flinch either way. The monoshock rear suspension has been reworked for more comfort while still holding firm during quick turns. It's not as nimble as the Breakout, but it carries its weight with authority. Speaking of weight, you'll feel the muscle, but the seat's low and wide, making it accessible even for shorter riders. And let's talk tech. It's hiding inside the chrome. Analog gauge with a digital insert, new hand controls, USB-C charging, ride modes, traction control, cornering ABS. It's old school looks with new school brains. Harley didn't mess with what works. They just made it better. The Fat Boy is like that classic muscle car that got a new engine and Bluetooth. It's still loud, still proud. But now, it charges your phone and lets you tweak your ride with the push of a button. And yeah, it looks good doing it. Number 10. 2025. Harley-Davidson Breakout 2025 Breakout is a bike that proves looks can be deceiving. You might think it's a chrome-heavy chopper throwback, but then you ride it, and everything changes. At 681 pounds, it's the third lightest Softail. But don't be fooled. The 126 pound-feet of torque from the Milwaukee 8 117 custom engine hits like a punch. With 104 horsepower and that long 66.7-inch wheelbase, it's built to blast in straight lines. But here's the twist. It actually handles really well. The rake is a wild 36 degrees. The front wheel is a skinny 21-inch paired with a fat 240 section rear. That sounds like trouble in corners, right? And yet, it leans easier than the Fat Boy. The secret? The seat sits low at 26.2 inches and the geometry somehow works. Until you hit a bumpy corner. Then it reminds you who it really is. Ride it like you stole it and the Breakout delivers. Turn off traction control and the rear tire will light up like it's doing a burnout demo. Brilliant red paint shines like candy under sunlight, but you'll pay more for it. Starting price is $23,099 for the base, with upgrades pushing it higher. This isn't your everyday cruiser. It's flash and speed in equal parts. It's the bike you park up front, chrome first. Because when the party starts, the Breakout doesn't walk in. It burns in. That wraps up all 10 upcoming Harley-Davidson motorcycles for 2025. A lineup packed with power, tech, and bold moves across every category.